Shepherd, and I am a teacher of mindfulness-based cognitive therapy and mindfulness-based stress reduction. You should try mindfulness. And they're like, I can't do it, can't meditate, done tried. No, work on, I'm trying too hard right now. Let's just start this over. Hi, I'm Dustin Shepherd, and I want to teach some mindfulness, but I want to teach it in a way that makes sense to people like me and you. If you're a monk in Tibet and you're begging for your food, yeah, that's, those guys got it. But I don't live in a cave. I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and there's a lot of shit going on around here all the time. There's noise, there's everything. But what I've learned to do through a lot of studying and a lot of courses and a lot of experience is I've learned how to, I can't say that my mind's quiet all the time, because it's not. What I can say is I have a better reaction to things than I used to. For a long time, when shit would hit the fan, I would go grab a bottle of booze, or I would go grab a drug, and then I would try to make myself feel better. And what I was doing is I was compiling the problem. I would build my life up to something that was great, wonderful, and then I would tear it down and end up, I've been homeless, I've been broke, I've been in the hospital many times, I've been in comas, once for 12 days, I've been to psych wards. I come with a lot, with some background and some experience in fucking crazy. And what I've discovered through mindfulness, it's been around forever, literally, is my reactions to things are different than they used to be, like I said. I've learned to let things go. I've learned to deal with a lot of the trauma that's happened to me my whole life. And I'm not saying all that to be like, oh, feel sorry for me, I'm fucking shitty. What I'm saying is if I can do it, anybody can do it. And I wanted to be able to share that. And that's, I work in recovery. I try to help people every day, one-on-one. And I wanted to start doing this to maybe, if only 5 people listen to this thing and one person gets helped, and it changes their perspective, and it makes their life better. It makes them want to not shoot themselves in the fucking face when they wake up in the morning. It'll be worth it. All the studying, all the everything, it would be worth it just to help one person. So hopefully I'll help more, but I'm not really concerned about that right now. So mindfulness, we hear about it all the time. It's, I always just thought it was paying attention, looking around, not getting lost in your mind. And yeah, it is that. But it's also learning to feel comfortable in your own skin. It's learning to not ruminate and let the shit that happened in the past keep coming up over and over and over. You can watch a movie and it can be a great movie, but you don't want to watch it 35 times in a day. And that's what happens with ruminating thoughts. They keep coming and coming and coming. It's like that person did this to me, and I can't believe they did that. It affected my ego, and sons of bitches. And then I think about it over and over and over, and I play scenarios in my head. This is what I should have said, and sons of bitches. But that doesn't mean absolutely no good. What it does is it makes me crazy. It compounds the problem. And it also helps deal with trauma. We think of trauma and PTSD as something that, happens to people in the war or a natural disaster or something, that is beyond us. And that is true, very true. Those things do cause trauma and PTSD. But trauma can also be what I call like a wrinkle in the brain. It can be something that when you were a child, one of your parents or a friend or something said something to you, and it struck a chord and it stuck. And then the way it works, unfortunately, is that one thing will cause another thing and another thing and another thing. And before, down the road, I'm acting in this completely different way than I would have if that one thing had never happened. And until I get to the bottom of it and until I figure out who I am, I'm doomed to repeat it. I'm doomed to get drunk or high or lash out at people or quit jobs or whatever. And I am not perfect at this at all. I do this because I want to help people. So mindfulness for me is, I was shown a really thing that stuck out with me. It's like a triangle. You know, when we sit and we breathe through, and we breathe and we focus on our breath, you know, we stay focused on the breath. But undoubtedly, we get distracted. And those distractions could be what I need to do tomorrow, what I did yesterday, the bills that are coming due. I can't believe that person said this, or my boss treated me like an asshole. Those thoughts are going to come, but when they do, we just try to notice them, but then we realize that we've gotten distracted. So we go back up here and we focus again. And then distraction, focus, distraction, notice, focus. And when you first start out, you might be able to focus for about 2 seconds. And then you get distracted. You may stay distracted for 30 seconds. But then you realize it, and then you notice it, and then you go back up here to focused again on your breath. We'll start off with just focused on the breath. And maybe the next time you do 4 seconds before you get distracted. And that's a 100% success rate. That's doubling your time. Now, I know that might sound silly, but to tell people to meditate and stuff like that, I can't do it. I've tried, blah, blah, blah. And nobody can do it when they first start. It's just the way it is. It's okay. There's no wrong way to do this. The right way is just to keep trying. So we focus, we get distracted, we notice that we're distracted, and then we focus again. And maybe in a day you can get up to 5 or 10 seconds at a time. And I know that sounds ridiculous, but every time you do it, you grow. You learn more about your thought process. You learn how your body reacts. You learn that the thoughts that are in our minds is not who we are. Our bodies and our minds, they do what they're supposed to do. My body keeps me moving and walking around, and my mind keeps me from walking in front of a bus. The only problem is I still got that fight or flight thing going on from, you know, my ancestors back in the Stone Age, to where, oh my God, I see a freaking wolf after me. I need to get blah, blah, blah. And we're not getting chased by wolves anymore, but, you know, we are distracted by a lot of things, and we have a lot of shitty things happen during the day. And what I want to learn and be able to share with you is how do we deal with that? How do we keep our minds from torturing us? You know, a breakup that happened 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, and it's still fucking us up in the head. And, you know, we don't have to live like that. There's a way out. And I lived like that for a long time. And I discovered this, and I've done a lot of studying and courses and stuff like that, but I just wanted to share it. So subscribe, like, give me some ideas on what you want to learn. Like I said, I'm not a guru. I'm not anything other than just a guy trying to not go crazy all the time, and maybe I can help other people not go crazy too. So I appreciate you watching this. I know I kind of rambled. This is the very first video, so I'm sure it's horrible, but thank you for watching, and I really appreciate you, and we'll see you again soon.